This is playoff football in Chicago. The cold, the wind, the snow, and these Bear fans wouldn't have it any other way here inside historic Soldier Field. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. Taken at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that
one. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. They'll roll him out right. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9. And they give this time to the tailback. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They can't tackle him. Touchdown! George Kittle, 33 yards. And the 49ers will strike first here, this wild card matchup. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. Montgomery a first down and then some. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
He'll buy some time right. Well, this will be caught by Mooney. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The Lance going to throw. Buying time. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. To throw is Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. On 1st down, Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. On play action, Fields sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught by Watkins. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Montgomery. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Once more, Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is now 2. McCann's got it teed up. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And you don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Lance on the bootleg, rolling to his right. And that one complete to Keene, the tight end. And he is going to have a Niners first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door. I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. The 30. 10. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Brandon, we spent time with this team before the game, and there was never any indication that they did not like their kicker.
Well, it shows right now that they didn't like their kicker. Why didn't they just go through the goalpost and take the lead?
That is going to be the question that has to be answered. I don't know about you. I'm skipping my flight. I'm going to the post-game press conference to find out what they were thinking.
Instead of playing conservative, they go through the air, and what a stunning turn of events. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Well, the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing now is Lance. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues. Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On play action, Lance. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Off of play action, here's Lance. They'll roll him out right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well.
And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
Let's go. Do it.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the running a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. From the gun, here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
He will push his way down to about the 14. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields. Thomas has got it. Complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet there to make the grab. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for two. They'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2-0. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
At their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Lance now to throw. Got a man, that's Aiyuk. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs.
Now the ball comes loose, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 37.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd and 9, Lance It's caught on the right side at Smith. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Working from the gun, Lance. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 26 yards. And the Niners are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 9. Back to throw. Fields. He finds his man. Complete. That's Watkins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. A first down and then some for Montgomery. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Montgomery back to the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners 22. 121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's at the 50. 30. 20. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You can't just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one, because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here comes the Bears punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded at about the 28. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Bears are going to hang on. On the final play, they get the turnover to seal this football game. And losing in this wild card round, you know, they've got something to build on, though, for next year. But I don't know if they want to hear that right now.
Maybe not at the moment, but once they get away from it a little bit and they get into their off-season program, and they'll start to talk about that. And I like how you framed it, building blocks, you know, building this program up. And one of my favorite coaches always talks about brick by brick, you build a program. And this is one of those bricks to build them towards the next season where they think they have a chance to advance farther in the playoffs.